All right, so let's get this party started, this Art Solutions party started. There came across to me this morning a can of worms. Let's call it that, a can of worms that has all sorts of worms in it. And the word that describes this area of the can of worms I would put to it is both the problem and it's also positive, it's a solution. And the concept or the word that sprang to mind that needs to be evolved is science. I was in a scientific research team. I saw what went on, how data was falsified, how tests were cut off before the negative results could manifest themselves. So, if the negative results or the good results started to decline after, say, 1 week, and the really negative results were at 3 weeks, if you cut off your research data at 5 days, you get nearly, you get this wonderful research data that proves how wonderful the thing is, that you're proving how wonderful it is. I also had the worst moment of my life when my research on behavior and emotions, I was told that there was no way that I would ever be allowed to talk of this again, because it would need then all the textbooks from the last 30 years rewriting, and people were too lazy to do that, and they didn't want to rock the boat, and they wanted to keep their money. So the truth was being suppressed and I was being cancelled. That was a young aspect. World collapsed. Belief in science went with it. So I have my problems with science, not with the concept of science, because the concept is really a nice idea to test things in reality and find out what works and what doesn't, and draw logical conclusions from that. However, when people do science, something else enters the building, and now we are in this other place, in the hard rather. I'm not fond of it. So yes, science needs evolving. It really does. So I've decided to do a small Art Solutions painting, and interestingly enough, I didn't think it was going to be small. I was going to do a massive one. So I was looking for the biggest canvas I had, biggest blank canvas, but it just came back and back to, now it's science, hey, let's make it nice and square and small and portable. Also in the energy worlds, space, size doesn't matter, because size is a different thing in the energy worlds. It's not about size, it's about intensity and energy. So yeah, he's got my little square canvas here set up, Bob Ross style, nearest damn it, but not as well attached, so I'll have to hold it with one hand while I'm doing this. And then the question came, how are we going to do the lines? What color should the lines be? And the answer was black. And I've got two pens here, a bigger one and a smaller one. And I seem to be wanting to start with the bigger one, but the smaller one may play a part. So here we go. I'm going to call upon the powers that be to create a magical, powerful, evolutionary symbol painting to evolve science. Yeah, so oh, excuse me here for a moment whilst I have things going on all over the place here. Where do you feel that in your body? Show me with your hands. Oh, better question, where don't I feel it? The next question then I ask myself is there something missing? Is there anything needed to be added? Any connections? Any... It wants to be simply signed, so I'm going to do that now. It's very unusual to sign it before it's coloured in. And unusually the signature is quite big and it seems to be a part of that whole thing. Oh. Oh, and I think I want to write its name on the back as well, in words, as it were. So let's do that. Science 21. Okay. So how do I feel now? I feel tingly, very tingly. I will have to go for a little walk around the garden and then I will put it up somewhere where I can see it, probably in the TV room, and I'm going to wait until I'm told to start putting some colors or textures or something into these segments. Okay, so that was a step in the right direction. I'm very pleased that I got to that today, that we're doing that today, and so yeah, look out for the finished signs at a later date. Lots of love. Bye for now.